match. I came in with my legs. I said, I said, well, can I hold it, baby? The lady was like, can we hold it? They was like, yeah, okay, sure. And we touched me, we was just like, oh. It's a new baby smell. Right. It's a new baby. Right. And our hearts were like, oh, go God. And so the moaning, and I heard the sound. That same sound I heard when I was 12 years old, I'm going to tell you. It did something to me. He said, I said, oh, wait a minute. That's the sound. It did something to me. I went back the next day, and it was a long way away, about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours away. I drove there again, and I heard the sound again. I said, God, we got to do something. My husband said, you know, we can't have no babies here. We're all moving. I said, no, we are. But that sound just kept ringing in my spirit. Took the baby home, talked the mother into coming. Day after day, weekend after week. Night after night, it began to be month after month. He said, when is they going home? I don't know when they was going home because I couldn't figure it out. But one day, on January the 5th, what's so significant was on January the 4th, I had lost the baby January the 4th about years ago, in 1988. So January the 4th had always been significant. Lost the baby in front of everybody, just in front of everybody, on the day that I worked in a nursery, in front of everybody. Wearing a white outfit as a medical specialist. So it was so significant. But on January the 5th, the Lord allowed this precious one to make a decision to go out. It was the worst winter storm of that year. She decided to go out on the worst day of the winter storm. That was terrible. I said, no, baby, you can't take him out on that day. You just can't do that. She said, well, I'm going. It's my child. I'm going. I said, okay, well, you go ahead. I tried to take her to the train station to make sure she would get on the train, and my heart was still grieved. And the train had already left, and the train conductor himself, the engineer, came outside to my car and said, no, please, there will be no train coming for the whole weekend. Ma'am, please take her and this child and these things. Take her somewhere else because she can't stay at the station. I beg you. This is what an engineer said to me. I said, wow, God, this is hard. Fine, get everything else, get the baby, get everything back in the car. I went to the next station. The train had already left there. I said, well, come back to the house because it's getting late. A long train stopped us. And then while we were stopped by this long train, we had an argument. I never argued with my sister. I've never argued with my sister before. This is not my blood sister. This is my adopted sister. My adopted sister argued with me for the first time, and she got it all out. And I said, well, I'm glad you got it all out, and I'm sorry you feel that way. I love you, but I cannot allow you to leave in this type of weather to go where you want to go with this baby in the cold by yourself. If you have help, then you can go. It's not safe. Right. And she said, it's my child, I'm leaving. I said, I'm sorry, I cannot allow you, but you can come back to the house. She said, well, I will call a cab. I said, well, you do that. And I will call, you know who I'm going to call. I made the call, she made the call. Police came to my house and they made a decision. It just so happened that my sister had made a decision the week before, not I, but my sister, with her wise self. Even in her intellectual disability, the wisdom of God. That girl preached that thing, honey, you preached that thing. The wisdom of the Lord. My baby sister has an intellectual disability, but the wisdom of God was upon her. And she said, Yogi, I want you to have guardianship over me so that if I have an episode and I get into that moment, you can make the right decision for me and my baby. She said that. She signed a document. That was nobody but the Lord. I have a witness that was here today. She signed it. I signed it. She signed it for herself. She signed it for her son. The next week, she got in an argument with me and went to take the baby, and I had the document. The police said, did you sign this document? She said, yes, I did. They said, well, she has, your sister, older sister has legal guardianship. So if she's telling you not to go in a snowstorm with this baby, it's not wise to go. You can't go. So why don't you go and come back? And she said, what? I did sign it. And so the wisdom of God. Yes. protected her. Even in her disability, God gave her ability to make a sound decision, and I didn't have anything to do with it, but be present to cover her.
Yeah. Right.
So the baby is living today in my home, and in a few months I'll be able to adopt this precious one. Honey, the Lord uses people with disabilities all the time. Amen. And I'm so thankful to this day because my womb cried out years ago for a seed. And it was the same sound of the seed that was in this girl's womb who didn't have the ability to care for the child in the first place. Right. But her womb was crying out just to be a mom. And so the Lord answered her prayer, answered my prayer. And when I look at the seed, if you were ever to see my husband, the DNA match looks like the RNA DNA. Talk like him, walk like my husband. I said, what? Lord, truly, there is a God. That's right. So it can't be any animosity anywhere. Yes. Because when I looked at the boy, I said, truly, there is a God. So I want to tell you, and I want to talk to everyone that has a disability. Don't discount yourself. Because the Lord has need of you. I'm telling you, you don't know how that ability is going to bless somebody, or that disability is going to be used because it made her faultless. Meaning, they can't hold it against her. Meaning, you ain't going to jail, boo-boo, for you not being able to provide or do whatever. You did all that you can do. And so the bus stops here, and you can go on and live your best life and put your hands up and say, I did the best that I can do what I could, and it's not held against me, and there's no love lost. And if there's anything that you need, boo-boo, we're here for you. And it's a blessing, because there are a lot of mothers who are holding weights on their heads and backs and shoulders and looking back saying, I didn't do what I could, and they're holding this, and she don't have that. And it's a blessing. That girl got an open door. And whoever else got an open door. And so it's a blessing. And I just wanted to encourage those with intellectual disabilities that the anointing of the Lord is still upon them. Please don't discount those that have them. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. There is a tandem, and there is a tangent. There is a co-tangent. There is a connection. There is a need that we work one with another. And that we don't discount one another. I just wanted to encourage. I wanted to prophesy. I wanted to breathe life to those that have inabilities in certain areas. And I just wanted to breathe upon them and just speak waves of life into their depths of their soul. And just encourage them to be present, to be used, to be mighty in the earth, to be empowered by the Most High, to say whatever that is, there is a need and a call for you to be present, to live, to do what the Lord has called you to do in the now. That's right. So that you can be who you need to be to bless the Lord with what you have. Because it's a big gift to somebody. That little small thing is a big gift. Amen.